Hello student, welcome to social studies class once again. So in the last class we have discussed the revolt of 1857 as it is there in the half yearly syllabus, and the second chapter according to the syllabus only. So I shall discuss today, it is resources. It is chapter 17, resources in the natural vegetation and wildlife. So now first we will see the definition of biosphere. What is biosphere? So biosphere in an area where the life form exists, so it is called biosphere. Now what are natural vegetations? Okay, so what is natural vegetation? Now natural vegetation, it refers to the growing of plants in on their own in any region as per the climatic condition of that region. Now the climate and the relief of an area are the main factor of this, the growth of the natural vegetation in any area. Now natural vegetation, these are the greatest natural resource of the earth, and this natural vegetation differ from region to region, and like this the other resources, okay, these resources are unevenly distributed, okay, and like the natural resources also unevenly distributed across the world, and because of this the climate topography, physiography, and this the internal process of the earth crust also responsible for the uneven distribution of the natural resources across the world. Now India is very rich in natural vegetation, and India has about 47,000 different species of the plants, okay, 47,000 different species of the plants are found in India, and about out of these 5,000 found are exclusively in India, and 15,000 flowering plant in India. 5,000 exclusively found in India. Now India has different 47,000. Out of this 14,000, 5,000 found exclusively in India, and 15,000 are flowering plants in India. Now this India is a very vast country and has a very variety of soil type, climate and rainfall, and the different area have different climate, and the different weathers are also there, and this because of this, so different area have different natural resources are there. And the climatic condition, what it is there in the Jammu Kashmir, it is not there in the Assam province, or what it is in the Assam province, the climatic condition it is there. So the same climatic condition it is not there in Ukhrul in Manipur region. So it is also like Jammu Kashmir, it is a very cold region in the Manipur, Ukhrul. You can search and you can visit that area. Now the climatic condition what is there in the Tawang, it is not there, it is not same here in the Assam. So different climatic condition are also this factor for the growth of different natural vegetation. Now this natural vegetation is very useful, and we will see its usefulness. Now this forest gives us valuable and the useful wood, and which we use in building, construction, and the sports material, and many more others. Wood also used as fuel in many parts of the world. We also get like honey, resin, and other medicinal plants from the forest area, and the forest play a key role in enhancing the quality of environment by adding more oxygen to it. And this forest also help the checking soil erosion. Soil erosion also help. How? Because this is tree, and these are the roots, okay, these are the roots of this tree. So these roots always hold the land very tightly, and because of this, so it helps in the soil erosion, means wherever the trees will be there, forests are there, so the soil erosion will not take place. Now forest also provide fodder for the grazing, okay, grazing herd of the sheep, goats, and other animals, and it also prove helpful in adding to the amount of rainfall. Now this forest resource, okay, this forest resource is also considered or regarded as the national wealth, and from this forest resource, so the socio-economic condition of the country is more or less dependent, and because of this it is also regarded as the national resource. This forest resource also we should utilize in a very planned and systematic way, otherwise this resource will get exhausted and the future generation will not get the resources, and it also create ecological problem, and the ecology will become imbalanced. Now next it is that it maintain ecological balance and stable environment, and this is very important. Okay, this is very important. Now distribution, this forest, okay, how these are distributed across the world, this we will see. And broadly, okay, if we divide the trees, okay, broadly into two types, one is the evergreen and one is deciduous. Now evergreen, the trees where, okay, the trees where these trees are found or in the forest region, so these forests are remain green, okay, remain or ever, okay, forever green. Now deciduous, this type of trees shed their leaves once in a year. Now the first type of this forest we'll discuss. First one is the tropical evergreen forest. Now this forest found in the region mainly where the heavy rainfall take place. So this forest found in the equatorial region. Now this tropical evergreen forest, tropical evergreen rainforest, so this forest found in the areas where heavy rainfall takes place. So this forests are found in the this is equator, so 0 degree, this is equator. So in this area such type of forests are found, and these forests are very dense. Okay, these forests are very dense and get an annual average rainfall more than it is 200 centimeter. These trees of this forest, okay, very broad leaf, and the forests are very dense, and sunshine, because of this denseness, sunshine does not fall or touch the ground, and because why? Because at the top of this forest, so it form a canopy, okay, a canopy, a shelter, okay, a roof like something it forms by the tree, and because of this sunshine does not fall on the ground in these areas. And some of the trees which are found in this type of forest, which is ebony, rubber, sinhona, and the rosewood, etc., are very important. Now such forests are found in the Amazon basin in the South America, Malaysia, in the Southeast Asia. And next type of forest, it is a tropical monsoon forest. These forests are mainly found in the tropical region. So this is tropical region. These regions are tropical region. So tropical monsoon forests are found in this region, and this type of forest, okay, this type of forest witness the seasonal dry and the wet spell. Now this tree forest, okay, hardwood, okay, hardwood trees are grows there. The trees are deciduous, means which shed their leaves once in a year, and the woods of these are great, okay, woods which are found in this forest are very valuable or this very useful for commercial purpose. Now some of the trees which are found here, the salt teak, bamboo, sandalwood, and the eucalyptus are worth mentioning. Now such forests are found in the Indian subcontinent, Sri Lanka, southeastern USA, and the eastern Africa. Next it is the Mediterranean Sea, this Mediterranean forest. Now this forest grow in the region, okay, region around the Mediterranean Sea, where the summer hot and dry, while the winters are warm and wet. Now this forests are found in the mainly Mediterranean region, and Mediterranean region witness summer is very dry and hot and dry, and winter is warm and wet. Now plants adopt the plants, okay, or the trees of this forest, the Mediterranean forest found in these areas, adopt themselves to survive in such harsh climatic condition, and the trees of this forest, some of the worth mentioning trees are oak, olive and pine etc. grows in this forest. Now Mediterranean region is also very known for its citrus food, okay, such as grape, lemon and orange, and country. Okay, so the countries included in this region are Turkey, Spain, Israel, Chile, central Chile and California and western part of the Australia. Next, the temperate deciduous forest. Now in the central and the western Europe and the northwest USA, Canada and Japan, the climate is of temperate type, neither very hot nor very cold. In the winter season, in this region temperature may go 0, okay, below 0, and the trees grows in this area. Now trees grows in this area which have broad leaves which shed their leaves in the autumn season, and trees includes Douglas fir, oak, maple etc. are worth mentioning found in this forest. Now temperate evergreen forest. This forest in the warmer temperate region of southern China, Japan, southwestern Brazil, southwestern Australia and part of the southeastern USA. During the summer region, okay, during the summer region, this forest area experience high temperature and get a heavy rainfall which favor the growth of temperate evergreen forest. Because of the receiving of heavy rainfall in the summer season and getting of the heavy rainfall during the summer season, so it results the growth of this evergreen forest, and the trees included from this forest, it is oak, pine, walnut, mulberry etc. are worth mentioning. And next one is the coniferous forest. So this forest found in the very cold climatic condition. This tree grow in the high, in the straight, in a conical shape, in a cone, okay, cone shape, okay, cone shape. And these trees, okay, these trees are mainly softwood trees which are suitable for the paper making, and some of these are pine, fir and the spruce. Now these forests are found, this coniferous forests are found in Sweden, Finland, Russia, Siberia and the southern Canada. Now next topic, it is the tropical grassland. Tropical grassland is this area, okay, this, okay, Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, these are the true imaginary line. Now this grassland, okay, this grassland are found in the interior of the continent in the tropical region, okay, on either side of the equator. Either side means both the side, this is equator, this side, either side of the equator. Now this grassland receive moderate rainfall, which does not, because of receiving of the moderate rainfall, not heavy rainfall, because of this moderate rainfall, it does not allow the growth of thick vegetation or a very dense and natural vegetation. This you remember. Now natural vegetation which grows or found in this region included the small trees, shrub and the carpet of grass. Now trees are mostly of thorny and stumped with reduced leaves which help in the preserving moisture. Now these grasslands are found in the countries which include in the northern Australia, Brazilian highland and Guyana highland in the South America, Sudan and South Africa. Such grasslands are also called as savanna. Such grasslands are also called as savanna. So next it is temperate grassland. These grasslands are found in the temperate region. The interior of the continents have an extreme type of the climate with moderate amount of extreme type of climate, temperate region and receive moderate rainfall. This grassland are known by different name in the different countries. North America it is called prairies. It is in North America it is called prairies, and Europe it is called steppes, South America pampas, Australia zone and the South Africa it is called belts. Now tundra vegetation. Tundra vegetation, it is also a type of vegetation which found in the mainly in the polar region. This is the south polar region and this is the north polar region. Now tundra vegetation found in this region, and because of the excessive cold and the deposit of the snow and the ice, because of this, so it does not allow to grow thick vegetation as like what we have discussed, the say the tropical evergreen rainforest. Like this forest you will not find. Some of the trees you will find this that it is mosses, okay, mosses and liches grows there. And in the summer season, because of temperature rises a bit higher, and during that time, okay, during that season, so trees which grows, it is the birch, juniper and willow are the part of this tundra vegetation. Next one is the desert vegetation. Desert, we know the area which covers mainly by the sands. So such area receives scanty rainfall and temperature is very high, and because of this harsh climatic condition which does not allow to grow a thick vegetation, and the plant which survive the harsh climatic condition in the desert area, these are cactus, date, palm and the etc., which resist the extreme dry and the hot or the harsh climatic condition. Now some of the desert area, okay, Sahara desert, Arabian desert, Kalahari desert, Atacama desert, etc. are both mentioned. Now next topic, it is the natural vegetation found in India. Number one, it is the tropical evergreen rainforest. Now tropical evergreen rainforest found in those areas which receive the annual rainfall more than 200 centimeter, and this forests are found mainly in the Western Ghats, mainly in this Western Ghats and northeastern mountain region have this type of natural vegetation, and the trees found in this forest are ebony, mahogany, rubber, rosewood are grows in this forest. Now tropical deciduous forest. Now these forests are also called as monsoon forest and found majority in the northern plain, which receive annual rainfall between 75 to 200 centimeter, 75 centimeter to 200 centimeter rainfall. The areas which receive this much, okay, 75 centimeter to 200 centimeter rainfall, this tropical deciduous forest are found. And the tropical deciduous forest, the trees which shed their leaves once in a year, and some of the trees which are found from this forest, it is the teak, sal, sesame, neem, mango are worth mentioning. Now thorns and scarp forest. Now this in the dry areas such as the Thor desert, which receive the scanty rainfall less than 20 centimeter, and only thorn and scarp forest are found, and very little vegetation are found in this hot and dry or the harsh climatic condition in mainly in the desert area. And the trees which grows there, it resists the harsh climatic condition, and which include babul, date, plum are the common trees. Now this mainly the Rajasthan area, okay, Thor desert, and some part of the Punjab and Haryana also witness this, the very dry and the hot climatic condition, and this part of these two states are also included. And now next is the tidal forest. Now tidal forests are found mainly in the region where the deltas are found in the Sundarban delta formed by the river Ganga and the Brahmaputra. It is one of the biggest delta in the world, and which supports a vast very tidal, okay, forest. Now Sundari trees which grows in this tidal forest, abundance trees are there in this region. Now this forest, okay, this tidal forest mainly found in the delta region, and delta region of the delta regions which create by the different rivers. It is the Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri and the Godavari. These forests are also called as the mangrove forest. Now mountain vegetation. So some of the vegetations are also, trees are also found in the mountainous region, or the forest found in the mountainous region, mainly the Himalaya mountain, and this vegetation cover changes with varying altitude. So at the bottom level what the vegetation you will find, so it you will not find at the top of this mountainous region, and deciduous hardwood trees are also found up to height of the 1800 meter from the sea level. So height of the mountain or mountainous region, okay, always are taken from the sea level, because the water of this level of the sea is equal everywhere. That is why. Now mixed deciduous in the some coniferous trees are also found in this Himalayan region. Now need for conserving of this forest. Now we have discussed the different type of the forest which found across the world and which are also found the different vegetation in India. Now we are not to exhaust, we are not to completely eliminate all these forest resources. If we do so, then what will happen? So number of problem will take place, so ecology will become imbalanced and the temperature will increase, and loss of the forest cover also result in the extinction of the wild animal, because forest is the home, okay, forest is the home of the home for the animal. And this forest cover also increases the average, the loss of the forest cover also increases the average temperature, and we should so whatever the forest cover loss we have already done, or we have deforested the forested area. So whatever the areas we have already deforested, so we should plant more and more trees, and to save the number of species and the wild animal, which are some of these animals are endangered species. So we should utilize these forest resources in a very judiciously and well planned manner, and such as the shifting agriculture. So what is shifting agriculture? When a farmer clear a patches of the land and cultivate this area, and after clearing this, so whatever the waste comes, so they burn this to increase the fertility of the soil. After 2 to 3 years, so the farmer move from this place to another place and clear that area, and like this they continue this type of agriculture. It is called as shifting agriculture. So practicing of this shifting agriculture results deforestation. So shifting agriculture and the mining, open cast mining should be stopped, and people should be aware of the impact of deforestation. So when people come to know all this, the impact of deforestation, then mercilessly people will stop cutting the trees. Now India and the wildlife resources, the resources or the wildlife which found mainly in the forest areas. Now India has a rich variety of the bird and the animals. So there are 372 species of the mammals are there or found in India, and 1228 species of the birds, 446 species of the reptile, and 204 species of the amphibians are found in India. Now this government tried and also established number of national park, okay, number of national parks have been set up, okay, by the government to provide safe and secure surrounding to this wildlife. So to preserve this wildlife which are mainly endangered or in a position to extinct, so to permanently banish or to permanently eliminate, or to permanently or to getting zero in of its number. So government trying to save all these resources. Now unfortunately this wildlife, okay, so this wildlife or the wild animal, it is decreasing, and due to illegal hunting and poaching by the greedy people, and because of this some of the animals are becoming endangered and species, while many of them are on the verge of being extinct. Some of these animals very soon will extinct from this country. Now to save these resources, this wild animal, this species, so wildlife fund for the nature, wildlife fund for the nature, WWF in short. So this international organization, so it was created to promote the welfare of the wildlife. In India, World Wildlife Fund was established in the year 1969 to promote the conservation, okay, to promote the conservation of this wildlife in India. And in the following years, means in the year 1972, government passed a comprehensive wildlife protection law. So this law enlisted all the animals and the bird that are under protection and cannot be killed. Whatever the birds and the animals which are enlisted by this law, so people cannot kill all these birds and the animals. Killing of this bird and the animals, so these are punishable offense. And WWF, World Wildlife Fund India, created 69, and legislation, this protection law made 1972, and this WWF India undertook the following activities to promote this wildlife. So what are the steps that taken? It promotes, okay, this WWF India, it promotes the conservation of the biodiversity, and it promotes and ensure the maintenance of ecological balance. Continuously, if we deforest the areas, okay, if we deforest the forested areas, then the ecology very soon will become imbalanced. And to maintain this balance, so ensure its maintenance. Now it promotes sustainable use of this natural resource. Sustainable use, okay, whatever need we have to use by saving and keeping, okay, and by maintaining this ecological balance. It creates awareness with a view to minimize the wastage of the resources. Whatever resource I need, okay, we need that much we have to use, and we must not waste these resources. So, and it also to aware the people to use the forest resources judiciously and in a planned manner. So it also check the pollution and discourage such activity which create or which promotes pollution. So it also discourage pollution and the activities which promotes or creates pollution. This is all about the discussion of this chapter. and you read this chapter. If any doubt is there, okay, you read repeatedly, enjoy this class, and if any doubt is there, you write in the comment section, I shall reply you. And after this chapter, some of the, like the last class what I told, tick the correct option, match the following, true or false, fill in the blanks, you write by your own, and the question answer, okay, question answer. So I shall supply you, and your parents, okay, parents will be informed to collect the same after 15th of this month. Enjoy this class. Any doubt? Once again I am telling, write in the comment section, I shall reply you. This is all about the day's class, day's discussion. Thanks to all.